Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4. We're going to be looking into throttle control in today's video. Something that you guys mentioned a lot, and it's something I already planned to follow up on because I've already mentioned the brakes, etc. Now the biggest point I wanted to push forward in the braking tutorial video was body positioning and bike positioning. Throttle control is not too different from that. If you can get the basics of the braking correctly, and understanding where to position the bike and where to manoeuvre and how to manoeuvre the bike, then you're on the right path. Throttle control is not really important on the straights. You guys know, you pull the throttle back, or in this case R2 or RT depending what control you're using, and you will accelerate and you'll get quicker and quicker and quicker. The difficulties lie in throttle control when you're in corners. When you want to get out of a corner quickly, the logical thing in your mind, which isn't everyone's mind, is to just open the throttle and go. Now when you do that and you full open the throttle, you do nothing but spin. You spin up the rear, the tyre flicks, the tyre's trying to grip, and then you high side off into oblivion. Now to accelerate quickly out of a corner, you actually do the opposite. You very gently and gradually bring the throttle on. The best way I can describe it is if you were starting off at a standing still in a corner, as in standing not on a bike, just actually standing on your own 2 feet, as you began to walk, jog, then run out of the corner. That is how you want to treat the throttle. You want to treat it as if it's from the start to the next step to the next step, full throttle. So a lot of times in this corner, especially this Donington GP track, especially the last 2 corners, they're imperative to get right. And most of the time it's a case of waiting for the moment to gently bring on the throttle. You will gain so much more time by being gentle and respectful to the bike than ragging it about. The change of direction in the middle of the track is also extremely important, because if you are full throttling and you're flicking it right to the left, you understand that the rear tyre is gripped to the right hand side. So if you're still full throttle, when you flick it over to the left hand side, the tyre is going to just release. There's no way it can grip in that time. So in this case, you lower the throttle just gently, so then the bike can tip over to match the same speed as the rear and front tyre, and then projectile into the next corner. So I think the key point of all this is the term acceleration. The term acceleration basically answers the whole question in itself, if you look at it in a logic way. The meaning for acceleration is to start from slow, to increase, to accelerate, of course, to make it then to the top end speed, to make it faster. And this is where it's so important in Ride 4, in MotoGP 20, in every other game, even car games. It's all about being gentle. Just have to be gentle on the controller. Respect the right trigger, that's all I'm asking. So last time in the braking tutorial video I mentioned about rider positioning and pushing the rider's weight backwards when you're braking. Now when you're accelerating out of a corner, you want to actually do the opposite here. The main goal is to keep the front tyre securely tight onto the floor. If you raise the front tyre, you will wheelie and you will lose all acceleration. Furthermore to that, Ride 4 has brought in the tuck-in button, which was removed for MotoGP 20 and I think MotoGP 19, but this is very important for a good acceleration out of a corner. So exactly the same time when you're bringing the throttle on to accelerate out of the corner, you need to ensure that your rider weight is pushed forward. That front tyre has to maintain contact with the ground. So the point with this one is you need to be holding whatever button you have as set as the tuck-in button. For me, I have the X button on the PlayStation 4 controller assigned to tuck-in. I find it's much nicer on my fingers. If you're actually interested in the way I use it, I use square to rear brake and X for the tuck-in. So to put it into context with the tuck-in, as the bike exits the corner and is around 30 degrees lean angle, that's then when I would incorporate the tuck-in button. Because at that point, 30 degrees, that's more than enough to keep the front tyre down and to push the rider's weight forward to ensure we can rock it out of the corner. Something to mention on the first couple of laps in Donington GP was that the traction control setting was actually on number 2. For the next couple of laps, I've put the traction control setting down to 0. Now the idea is, the less traction control, the harder it's going to be to control. So therefore, it's then a case of being even more gentle. This is something I would probably suggest for you guys to try. To get a real feel and understanding of how gentle you have to be, remove the traction control and just see how quickly you fall off. and then take it back to where you were and realise, oh wow, I don't even have to be that gentle compared to what Traction Control 0 is. You have to be really gentle. I would, as I mentioned earlier, I would say 10% of the track is probably full throttle, maybe 20% at push. For an example, when I do MotoGP 20 and I do the 100% Moto3 races, my index finger usually quite sore because it's full throttle for a hell of a long time. The MotoGP bikes, the Moto2 bikes, Ride 4's bikes so far, because I've not really done anything that's too slow, my right index finger doesn't even feel like it's worked, because it's so gentle on the throttle so often. So pay attention to everything I've said so far, and pay close attention to the video that I'm about to show you. This is just 2 more laps of the Donington GP in the rain, with traction control setting as 0. Notice how smooth it is, notice in the corner. Some of the corners you actually blip the throttle, I forgot to mention earlier, but it's worth mentioning. Sometimes this works and sometimes it doesn't. It also helps you get a bit of a feel to try and get to the right acceleration out in the corner. Just watch these 2 laps of Donington GP. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If there's something I've done in here that I may or not have mentioned or I might have missed, let me know in the comment section below because I don't want to miss anything, and then I can answer in the comment section. But I'll leave you to watch this bits now, and then we can jump in with the race straight after this. So I'll see you in a moment. So now here in Manicourt we're going to do a 3-lap race. The weather's going to be clear, the tyre wear is on, and I'll show you all my riding aids, etc. So everything here, it's all customised in the realistic simulation. Transmission I do have semi-automatic, I do the gears myself sometimes. But for this video, with me trying to concentrate and trying to show you guys, I'm going to leave it on semi-automatic. Off-track held, ABS turned off. Manual tucking I think is very important, because you want to be in control of when to use the tucking. The race settings, 3 laps, 120% difficulty. Tyre wear is on, of course, fuel consumption is turned off, it's only available for endurance mode. We will be starting from back of the grid. Bike setup is as is. I haven't actually changed anything on Ride 4 just yet. Usually for me I don't find much of a difference with all the setups. I've been through them extensively on the other MotoGP games and I didn't find much of a difference. I will cover this in future episodes. I was thinking of doing a time trial. We'll do like 5 laps with a certain setting, 5 laps again with another, and 5 laps again. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see something like that. Here we are back of the grid. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner, traction control setting is off. And then we will leave the tyre wear on so you can see. Oh, that's a big wheelie that. Held the clutch in a bit too long. So gentle acceleration coming out, because you do not want to spin up the rear when you're on the grid. So don't hold the throttle fully. Whoa, my lord, I was not paying attention to that. Wow. Was not seeing... was not expecting him to be skittled across the screen like that. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Oh, bloody hell. Did not mean to bump him there. So we're going to make a big lunge, full brake. Suzanne Gebert's just gone down. Remember what we spoke about earlier? Gentle throttle control coming out those corners. Bit twitchy there, weren't we? Well, we should have him now. See, I would say majority of the time I'm not even full throttle on this track either. As I get bumped from the rear. Chester Anderson. I tell you what, every single time I play this game, Chester Anderson's always up there. Shout out to Chester Anderson. So as you can see, we've been quite conservative with the tyres actually, and yet they're already depleting very quick on this 3-lap Grand Prix. Oh, that's nicely done. Well, to be taking advantage of old Chester in a moment. A little bit too gentle on the throttle there. So the rear tyre is now cold as well, so something to notice. That we may start sliding the rear in these corners unless we play it safe. And we do what we've learned so far. We're sizing up a move on Chester Anderson as he tries to defend, but it's not going to be enough. Into turn 5, we have the lead. Temporarily, I think, because I think he might have the acceleration. He does. A little bit too gentle on the throttle. But it's better to be that way and catch him up on the straight. And prepare for the overtake, which is going to be here. Excuse me. Nice gentle braking. Trail braking into that corner to make sure we... Oh, I went for too much throttle there. I love this section of the track. I really do. Must say, it's great to be playing Manicours again. We really need a Superbike game, I swear to God. I really used to enjoy World Superbike. Generations, I think, was the last one we played. Came out in 2012, perhaps. Really enjoyed that one. I think I had Carlos Checo on the front. So just notice, again, as I've preached throughout this video, the throttle control in the bottom right hand corner. You can really see those corners that really push, and those corners that were just gentle. Oops, I wasn't paying attention there. I was looking at the bottom right hand corner, so we ended up cutting the corner. So we have conserved the tyres brilliantly in this one, I will say. So I think with the tyre wear, I might have made a mistake here by doing only a 3-lap race. I think we will look at tyre wear next time in depth, because obviously we're focusing on throttle control, and I think what we've told you so far should help. So if next time perhaps we could do a full 20-30 lap race with the tyre wear on and see how well we can manage it, because I know a few of you guys have mentioned in the comments and have contacted me on social media about tyre wear. I will cover that, I promise. I'll cover everything if I can, honestly. I love this game. The least I could do would be help all the fans of the game too, and the people who have subscribed to me as well, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you very much. But if you would like to see a full 100% race, 30 laps, etc., to really see the tyre degradation, then let me know in the comment section below. I appreciate that'll be a long video, so I imagine not all of you would want to see this. But I could break it down for you if you needed to. Just let me know. And that is Manicours. Little wheelie over the line. So guys, that has been my guide for throttle control on Ride 4. I really hope this has helped. Again, I'm still new to these sort of tutorials and guides, but I'm doing my best to try and help all of you, because the more competitive players we have on Ride 4, the better the online community will be, and then we can thrive and race together. By the way, I'm on PC, and my username is DrAce on Steam, so if you do have Ride 4 on PC and on Steam, let me know and we can race someday. I'm yet to try out the multiplayer. It'd be great if we could get a couple of subscribers together and we all play together. So guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you want to see next. Any questions, do not hesitate to drop them in the comment section below. I'll always answer the questions I can. But upon that note, thank you very much for watching as always. It's been an absolute pleasure. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Ciao for now.